In this video, we're going to see how we can create a multi-language WordPress website or how we can translate our existing WordPress website. Hi, my name is Stratos and I'm constantly producing video tutorials about WordPress. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I had created another video for creating a multi-language website last year, but since then a lot have changed, so I would like to create another video with the update versions of the plugins, and I would also would like to make a complete tutorial about how you can translate your existing website or just creating a multi-language website, so add a second language or a third instead of just translating one. And I would also like to include some more things like how you can translate the header, the footer, the logo image or stuff like that. So I will include everything hopefully. And basically, I would suggest to start the video, see the first Gutenberg translation, and then after you see how the plugin works and understand the logical behind the plugin, you can then jump to the exact website builder that you are using, and I will have the timestamps below in the description, so you can jump directly to the exact plugin that you want to translate and see how you can do that. But I would suggest you to see first how the plugins works with the Gutenberg translation. So we're going to start with this is the Cadence theme, and we're going into the plugins, and I'm going to add new, and then I'm going to type Polylang. So this is the plugin that we're going to use. The Polylang plugin is a free plugin that you can install and create the second and the third language that you want in a website. So this is how we begin. And here it says that here it wants to know which is the default language. So I'm going to select first the language that it's already in the website. For this particular website, this is English, so let's go for English. Okay, and I'm going to select which English I want, so I go for Great Britain. Let's go for this one, and I'm going to click Add New, and then I'm going to click Continue. You can add the second language here and the third one, but I would like to show you first the settings and everything else. So it says here I allow Polylang to translate media. This means that with that plugin you can translate the title, the caption, the alternative text and everything else of a picture, so you have better results for the SEO. Now if you have an SEO plugin that you can add and set those settings from that, you can do that, but I would suggest you to allow Polylang to translate media. It's double the work, but if you can do it, do so. If you cannot do it, just disable this and continue. So I'm going to hit continue. And then it says that the content that it's now in the website, which language should be assigned. So it will be assigned everything in English. If I go here and let's go to the back end, and you're going to see inside the pages here that we will have now another column here that has the English flag, but nothing is assigned in English. And you will see after I will click here continue. Let's go here and refresh, and now you will see that every page is assigned in English, as you can see here. So let's go and continue here. And now I'm going to hit return to dashboard. So let's go to the settings. So let's go to languages and let's go to settings, and we're going to begin by the settings. Here we have the URL modification. I'm going to click here, and it says now that the language is set from the directory name in pretty permalinks. So here it will only add the EN for the English language, and you may understand how this works. And if you want to change something, you can do so, but I would not recommend it to change any of these settings. This is the best. I don't like the EN. I like first to be like a subdirectory, not a subdomain like it is right here. So leave it as it is right here, except if you have something that you should know and it needs the subdomain style. Let's go to the next one. Here is hide the URL language for the default language. So for the default, it will not add the EN here. only for the second language, the third, and every language that I add after the default one. And after that, it will say to remove the language word in the pretty permalink, so it will not add the language, and this is a good thing because Google doesn't want to have big URLs, so there's no point adding words inside the URL. After that, let's hit Save Changes, even though we didn't do anything, and let's go to Detect Browser Language. If you click Deactivate, this will mean that every time someone will visit, even if he's from English or another part of the world, and if he has set the default browser language in English, he will see, of course, the English side. If he has the default browser language in another language, he will see again the English website because I have this deactivated. If I activate it and I have Greek, for example, for the second language, and someone from Greece visits the website, he will see directly the Greek version. I would like to have that, but keep in mind that this is a GDPR setting also, so you have to include that in the GDPR. Then we have the media, which we have already discussed what it does. And then we have the custom post types and taxonomy. Now, this is something that's really important. Let's click settings, and here you will see that we have products because I have the WooCommerce installed it. Now, if I go to the website of Polylang and click the buy now, I will see that they have the Polylang business pack, and then they have the Polylang for WooCommerce. So they are saying that for WooCommerce, you cannot translate the website for the WooCommerce in the free version. You have to go and buy the Polylang for WooCommerce. But I have installed the Polylang inside WooCommerce website with the free version, and I translated perfectly. I hadn't any problem. So you can try it. I think I will create another video that it will be specific for the products. And let's go to the next one, which is the advanced label. We're not going to use the custom post type advanced label. And then we have the custom post taxonomies, which is the product categories, product tags, product shipping classes, and tags. If you want something of that to be translated, then you have to check it and click Save Changes. We will do that when we're going to translate with Elementor and Oxygen. Let's go to synchronization and click settings, and we're going to see now that we have some settings to synchronize. So if I click taxonomies, that means that in the posts where the taxonomies are, when I have something in the news post taxonomy and I created a translator for that, it will be added automatically into the translation word of the news. So if you didn't understand that, you will see it in an example when I will do the translation of the posts. Let's go to the next one, which is the custom fields, if you want to translate that. Comment status, if you want to translate the comments, the ping status, sticky post, publish date, and you will understand how it is. So this will basically synchronize the publish date of the two versions of the same post into the two different languages. This is the feature image, which I do want for that to be the same. Because I only want to update and upload one feature image for every post, and then when I create the translation of that post, I will just translate the content and I will not add also the featured image again. If you have featured image with text, then you cannot add that because you want the text to be in the language that you are translating. So let's go to the next one, which is the page order. Page template, I'm going to leave it as this. I don't have templates right here. Page, parent, and post format. I don't have anything this inside here because this is a Cadence and Gutenberg. So let's go and save changes. And then we have the share slags. Of course, the WPML compatibility is activated and I cannot do anything. It will be always activated. And then we have the share slags, which is a pro version. And then we have the translated slags and license keys. Those two are the pro versions. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is the setup. And here is the, if you want to add another language and if you didn't set the default one inside here, you don't have to run it again, but this is how you can run again the setup if you missed the one before. Let's go back and we're going to the string translations. And this is if you want to translate everything that we have in the settings general. So let's go here. Inside general, we will see that we have here the tagline, the site title, and here we have also the date format and the time format. These are the settings, as you can see: site title, tagline, date format, and time format. And also we have the widgets. So if you create widgets here, let's go to plugins, appearance and widgets, you can add the title of the widgets here. We will see next how we can assign exactly what widget we want for the language that we want. So we're going to skip that for the moment, and we're going to go to the languages, and this is where you can set another language. So we have English, and let's go for the Greek. Let's go for Greek. Type the first letter and then just search. So this is the Greek. The full name is Ellinika, and then we have the local EL, then we have the language code, and then we have the text direction. It is left to right, and we have the flag, which is the Greece, and order. I'm going to put here 1. So this is the position that we have in the switcher. I'm going to add that. So the 0 is the first one, and then we have the first, the 1. It will be in the second position. If you add the third language, it will be the third if you go for the 2, or if you want to change the order, you can set it as you want. So let's go back to the pages, and now we're going to see, let's refresh here, and we're going to see now that we have a second flag here, and we have the plus icons. So basically the program needs to assign the page to the page that is with the translation. So if you go to the home page, you will have to click here, and you will create another home page with the Greek version, the Greek content of the page. It will keep all the styling, all the content, all the images, and you're just going to translate the content. And this is how you want to do it. So basically, you have first to create everything in your website, and then go and create the translation of the website. So you don't have to go and change every single thing twice, one to the default language and then to the second. And if you have more than 2, you will have to do it more times. So let's go to the home page, and let's keep that open, visit site. And this error is because of my web hosting company. And okay, it doesn't matter. Let's stop that, and we're going to click here that says home. We're going into the plus icon, and I'm going to open that in a new tab just to have the page here, the pages opened. So once I click here, it will create the second page, and as you can see here, it will ask for the title. So I'm going to type the title of the home page in my second language, which is Archiki. Okay, I'm going to publish that. And now if I go here, let's close that. If I go here that says permalinks, I will see now that I have the word Archiki without the Latin characters, or how you want to call them, the UTF-8, or I think Latin characters. So this is not too good for the URL. Google wants to have the English word here, or a translation of that, or for our Greeks, we call it Greeklis, because we use the Latin characters to create the same word using those characters. So I'm going to change that to Archiki. And this is something that you should know and you should do. If you are using some characters that are not in the English alphabet, you should translate to that, or use the English characters to just type that word. So you will keep a pretty permalink here, and it will not add anything when you copy and paste the URL. So after that, I'm going to update, and I'm going to preview. It's updating. Okay, it's saved. And now if I go and click the to open the translation of that page, you will see that it's empty, even though the default one, which was right here, has something inside. Now this is because the Polylang is not officially supported with the Gutenberg or the Gutenberg and the Cadence blocks and everything else. You will see these kind of problems when you install things and translate with Gutenberg and the Polylang. So we're going to do something to fix that. So let's go and add another plugin. Let's go to plugins and we're going to add a new plugin. Let's go to add new and we're going to tap here duplicate. Duplicate. And I'm going to install the duplicate page so that it has 1 million active installation. Let's go and install that. And activate that. So this is what you're going to do if you install a page builder that does not works great with the Gutenberg, with the Polylang, sorry. So now that I have the plugin installed, let's go again to the pages and let's go to all pages. And now if I hover over one page, you will see that it says duplicate this. Now if I go to the page that I have translated, you will see now that it has the Greek flag here. Basically, you can do two things to correct this problem. I will go for the easiest one, which is to trash this. Okay, and then go into the page that I want to translate, which is the home version. I'm going to click the duplicate this. I will get now the home draft, which is the duplicate one. And that's why it's draft. It's not at this point published. And I'm going to edit that. And now the thing that I have to do is assign this page as a translation of the home page. How I'm going to do that? I'm going here that says language first, and I'm going to select that it's the Greek version. So Ellinika, and I'm going to wait here. It will refresh. After that, this is the translation of the home, as you can see, because this was the home page. If it doesn't say home here, you can just delete that and going and type what you want of the page. By starting typing, you will get a filter of the pages that have those words inside. Let's go for the home one, which is this one. And now I'm going to change the title of the page. Let's go for Archiki. I'm going to hit publish twice. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to the permalink. So as you can see now, the URL flag is Archiki, and I want to change that to something else. Like that. I'm going to update once again. And now the permalink is okay. It's working fine. So after that, we're ready to start translating the content. So instead of offers, I can go and say prosphores. And I'm going to change some of those things just to see how it's the translation is working when I'm going to the front end. So, κατάστημα, contact, επικοινωνία. Okay, I'm not going to change anything else. Let's go to update. And now let's go back to our pages. And now we will see that we have the Archiki, which has the Greek flag, and then we have a pencil for the English one. And the same is for the home. We have the English flag and the pencil for the Greek version. So these are two completed. Let's go and add, do another page. So let's go to the contact, sorry. Do we have contact? No, we don't have contact. We have the shop page, which is something that I don't want. Let's go for the cart. No, my account. Let's go for, I don't know, I don't have create another page, so I'm going to create another page that I will just type contact inside. Let's go for contact. Okay, this is the contact page. Contact page. I'm going to hit publish, publish. Let's go back to the pages. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going inside to edit not checkout page. Why did I do that? Sorry about that. Let's go back. So let's go to the contact. I thought it was the contact. Duplicate that. Okay, let's go to the contact draft. I'm going to edit that. I'm going to select here language English. Greek. It will refresh. And then I can go and change. Let's publish first. Let's change the title. Επικοινωνία. Let's change the slag. Okay, I'm going to update that. And of course, I'm going to translate the contact for some reason to επικοινωνία. Now you saw that because I didn't use the cadence blocks, it took the text, the words that I have put as it were. It didn't have any problem, but at this point the cadence blocks are not working great with the Polylang. It's not a problem. If you run into that problem, you saw how you will deal with it. So next, let's go to the menus. Let's go to appear menus, and we have to create a menu that will add the second language into the menu. So let's go. This is the main menu, and I'm going to change the name to main ENG just to know that this is the main menu for the English language as a name, because I do want to see that in the name. I'm going to save that. After that, I'm going here that says primary English and footer English. This menu will appear in the header and the footer also, because I have set it like that. You can change that if you don't want to be in the footer. And after that, I'm going to add here the language switcher. Okay, first I have to also add the page that I created, the content page. Inside here, let's go to the content and I will put it next to the home page. I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to add the language switcher. This is basically the thing that you will click to switch from one language to the other. If you don't see the language switcher here, you will have to go to the screen options and you have to go to the language switcher and enable that. If I disable that, you will see that it's not appearing right now. So I'm going to enable that, and I can see now the language switcher. So let's go that. Here, close the screen options and add the languages at the end of the menu. This is where I want it to be, at the end of the menu. I'm going to open that, and as you can see, it says display language names. Let's save that and see how it looks. So it will display the language names, and let's go into the home page. So I'm going to delete all of that, and I'm going to the home page in the English, and as you can see, we don't have anything here. Yeah, we have English and Greek, as you can see here. Now, of course, this is not something that you would like, because it's not obvious that this is a translation. You will also have to have the flags. Remember to have the flags. Display the flags. Save menu. Now, the flags will be there, and also the language names will be there also. Okay, it's taking some time to load. This is because of my hosting company. And this is how it looks right now. Of course, now the menu is pretty big, and I don't want something like that, and the languages are underneath. But here I'm going to change something. I don't want for the languages to be appearing as a name. So I'm going to delete that. So I will only display the language flags. You can also display that as a drop down. We'll see how it looks. And if you want, you can force links to the front page and hide the current language. Sometimes I use that. So when a person is in the English version, he cannot see the English flag. And let's save the menu. Also, we have the hide languages with no translation. So if you go to a page that has no translation, you will not see the flags there. Okay, let's go first here, and we will see now that we only have the flags right here and not the words anymore. Now, as you can see, it's a little off, and that's because the cadence theme, it's not working too great with this. It adds some padding underneath or some margin. I have to go and check it with the CSS what it adds here. But you can do what you want. And let's go and also see the display as a drop down, and let's save that. And let's go and refresh the home page, and we will see now that we have the languages like a drop down, as you can see. Okay, I'm not going to change right now to the Greek language. Let's go to the menu and let's go and create a new menu. And now we're going to type here main again, but now this is the GR version of the menu, so I'm going to create the Greek version. And here that says primary Greek, I'm going to not select anything else. I'm going just to leave primary Greek. Let's save that. And I'm going next to the pages, and I'm going to add the 2 pages that I have for the Greek version. Okay, set the order, save again. And now the last thing is to add the language switcher at the bottom of the menu. Do not forget to add the language switcher to every menu that we have created. And also remember to keep the same settings. So let's display the flags and let's display it as a drop down for some reason. And save changes. Let's go now to the home page. I'm going to refresh. And now, as you can see, this is the English version, and I'm going to click the Greek flag and I'm going to get the home page for the Greek version. If I go to the contact page for the Greek, we will have the contact, and then if I go to the English flag, I will get the contact page here. Okay, let's check. Yeah. Now, as you can see, when I'm in the contact page of the English version and I'm going to click the English flag, it will not take me to the English version of the contact page because I forget to assign the one with the other. That's why you assign the 2 pages, the one to the other. So let's go to the contact page. Let's go into the pages. And you will see now that the contact has no pencil right here, as you can see. So they are not assigned, as you can see here, and also here. There are no pencils, so they are not assigned. You have to go into one of those, either the English version or the Greek version. Let's go inside the contact. Okay, and now where it says translation, I'm going to click that, and I'm going to start typing the title for the Greek version, which is Επικοινωνία. When I update that, it will all be assigned, and now the website will work as it's supposed to work. So if I go to the contact page now, I will get the English version. If I go to the Greek flag, I will get the Greek version of the contact page. And this is how I want that. Now, of course, you can create the language switcher to another menu that is specifically for the language switcher. So you can create another menu that only has the flags and then set it to be above header or something else, and have the language switcher not in the same area as the menu, but have it right above the header, right here or something. And you can change the version of the page or directly from there. It doesn't mean that you have to do it in the menu. You can also put it in the footer, as you can see here, or by having a widget, or you can add it as a widget whenever you want. So let's go to the widgets, and we're going into appearances and then widgets. And here you will see that I have the language switcher, so I can add it to a page or something, or a sidebar. And if I go to the sidebar and add it in the sidebar 1, you will see that I have the same setting. So I can add that as a widget. Also, you can install a widget to shortcode plugin and create a shortcode just for that, to have it in a shortcode and add it whenever you want, wherever you want in a page. So let's delete that, and we're going to next go to the posts. Let's go to all posts, and we're going to see all posts. We have only the hello world, so I'm going to add a new post. Okay, I'm going to add title, news, post. Okay, and for categories, I'm going to create another category that is news. News. Let's publish that. Publish again. Okay, so let's go back here, now we have the news post. Now I didn't add anything. Let's go and add just a news post or something to know that this is the content of the news post. News post content. Okay, let's update that. Let's go back to our posts, and now we're going inside the categories to create a translation of the news category. Let's refresh. We don't have the news category right this moment. I think I assigned that to the news. Let's go and check that. Okay, uncategorized. I didn't hit the save, so sorry for that. Let's go inside here again. I didn't hit the save. Let's go to categories. Let's go to news. Apparently add a new category, news. So add the new category. I didn't do that. I'm going to release the uncategorized, and I'm going to update. Now they have two versions of uncategorized, because the one is the English version and the one is the Greek version. So let's go back to the categories now, and we will see that we have now the news, uncategorized, and uncategorized again. And as you can see, this is the English one and this is the Greek version of the news. Now the news is not assigned to any language, so I do have to go into the news, and I will have to go into here languages and have it in English. As you can see, it grabs the default one and then update that. So now if I go back to the categories, I will have now the English flag in the news. Now I'm going to add a new category that is Nea, which is the translation of news. And here I will set here like in Greek, and I'm going to add the new category. Okay, now I'm going into the Nea, and now that says translation, I will click here and I will type news. Click here and update that. And now I have assigned the news to the Nea category. If I go now to all posts, I have the new post which is assigned in English, and I'm going to click here that says the Greek flag. Click here, and now you will translate the post that is the new post. So let's go for Nea. And as you can see now, it has assigned by default the news in the Greek version. This is why we hit the synchronization in the beginning. So if you do that for tags and featured image, you will have all those synchronized here. So here we will put περιεχόμενο, and I'm going to hit publish. And this is how you translate those posts. If I go and add those into the home page, or if another page with the content of the blog, I will see everything that is translated. After that, we're going for the header and the footer. And we're going to translate the header and the footer. And next we're going to begin with the versions with the builders. So let's go and add another plugin. Let's go and add a new plugin. I'm going to type again Polylang. Sorry. Polylang again. Okay, and I'm going to grab that says Polylang, add Polylang support for customizer. Let's install that. And let's activate that. Okay, once this is activated, you don't have to do anything else. You just have to click activate. Let's go to settings. And now you will see that it says force the language to set from language settings URL modifications. This is not something that you have to enable unless it's doing some weird stuff. So basically it says that the languages is from here in the language settings. Okay, let's go into the customizer now. And let's go into the appearances and customize. Now, there are cases that you want to translate the customizer because you may have a logo. Let's click customize. You have a logo that has also a text inside the logo, and the text is in English language. So you will have to translate also the logo. and you cannot do that because it's an image. So you have to create another header that's particularly for that. Also, you may have to create other things for the contact information. You have to add something else here. So you want to create another header and another footer for some reason. And this is how you do it. This is the English version as you can see. And now we have the logo that it's here. Let's go into the header. And of course, this is the Cadence theme. So we have the header here, the logo, and the private navigation, and the card icon, which I can remove if I want. And if I go now to the Greek version, I will get the same settings, but now I can change something, and this will be only changed when we have the Greek language. So let's go into the header, and we're going to change the logo to another image. Of course, we do not have any text here, but we want to add another logo just to see that we can change that. So let's go for something like, I don't know, this WordFence. This is the logo of the WordFence, sorry. I'm just using it because I do have that. So let's select that. I'm going to skip cropping. Now, this is a little bit taller, and I have to just change it a little bit. I think it's right about something around here. Also, I'm going to delete the card. I don't want the card in the Greek version, and I'm going to save. Now, I'm not going to change anything else. You can understand that you can edit whenever you want the customizer, and you can change anything that you want in the header or in the footer. So this is how you do it. Let's go now to the front end. And this is the front end. Let's go to the home page of the Greek version. And as you can see, we have this logo, and we don't have now the card icon. If I go now to the English version, we have another logo and we have the carton. And this is how you can translate the header and the footer. Let's go now to the widgets. Let's say now that we have the widgets in the shop page or something else, and as you can see here, we have the filter by product color, and it says product color here. And now the widget is displayed for all the language. Here you have to go and select the English because this is for the English language, and it will add here the flag for the English. I'm going to save that. I'm going next to the second filter. I'm going to select again the English language. I'm going to hit save. And now all I have to do is recreate the same settings inside other two filters. So let's go again to filter products by attribute. I'm going to add this widget twice. And you can add those at the bottom or one underneath the other. It doesn't matter because it will not display those that it's not for the language that's selected. So let's go for the Greek. And now I'm going to, as you can see, product color it says here. So I'm going to type here chroma. Here it says color. Here it says drop down. So I'm going to select drop down. And here it says the end query. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to hit save changes. I'm going to hit here. And then I'm going to filter by, and I'm going to change that to megathos. And of course, since I know that this is a drop down, I'm going to click here and I'm going to click save. Now I didn't select here the English language. Let's do that. And now I have the translation of that pages. I'm not going to go into the shop page because I don't have created a shop page for the Greek language, but you can see how you can do everything. This is how you will do it. And let's go now to our first page builder. This is the Elementor website builder. And we have created the same layout because of another tutorial. And if I go back to the languages of the Polylang, you will see that I have English and Greek. And also this is the preferred one. This is the one that is the default. Let's go inside the pages, and we will see now that all the pages are assigned to the English, but I haven't refreshed since I installed the Greek language. So now I have the plus icon in every single one of those. Now, in this video, I have created the header and the footer with the Pro version of Elementor. And also I have created the shop page, the cart page, and everything else. So the single and the archive products with the Elementor Pro version. So let's go into the templates and let's go to the theme builder, and we will see now that inside the theme builder you cannot see anything of flags. Now, in order to enable that, you have to go into the languages, into the settings, and here I will have to go to the custom post types and taxonomies, click settings, and now click my templates. And this is how you will bring the flags into the templates. Let's go and save changes. Let's go back to the theme builder. I'm going to refresh that. And now here I'm going to see the flags. As you can see, the English and the Greek flag. This is the American flag, okay? It doesn't matter. And now you can see that I have those options, but those are not assigned in any language. So I have to go into the footer, into the header, and it's every single item, and assign that to its language. So let's go and edit that, edit all of those. You just click edit. I will open that in another setting, and they will all grab the English language because this is the default. You will just click update. In every single one of those, just click update. Update. Okay, and the last one, update. So let's go back here and refresh, and now you will see that every single one of those has this flag. Okay, let's close that. And now let's start inside the pages. Let's go to all pages again. No, we have here the pages. So we're going to start by going into the home page. I'm going to click this plus icon. I'm going to open that in a new page. And now I'm going to type Archikey. I'm going to hit publish, publish again, and then I'm going to change the URL because I don't want the URL to be in the Greek language. So let's go for Archikey with English characters. Let's update that. And now we're going to edit that with Elementor. So Elementor is something that works fine with Polylang. I have used it many times, but there are some cases that some people contact me and said that this is not working correctly. So I will give you a solution if something is not working. As you can see, I have the styling here as it's supposed to be in the home page. So I can go here and click here and just change the text. So let's go for Prosphores. The shop will be sorry, I just changed the language again. And contact. Of course, inside the buttons, you will have to go and assign the URL to the new one. Okay, so this is the shop, but the URL that has, this is not an actual page, but if it was, it will have the URL of the English version, and you would have to go and change the URL to the Greek version of this page, and the same is for the contact page. Let's go and update that. Obviously, you have to go and update your content. Okay, so let's go and update that. Let's go back to the pages. We're going to add a new page for the contact page. So this is the contact. Okay, I'm going to publish that, publish again. Of course, this is the English version. This is because the English language is the default one. Let's go to edit with Elementor. I'm going just to add something, and then I'm going to add also the Greek version. So let's go and add something. Let's go and add something like that. I'm going to add here, I don't know, an image text. Let's go for heading. Okay, inside the heading, we will see that it says contact. Contact. Okay, let's put that in the middle. Let's update that, and we're good to go. Let's close that. Okay, let's close that. Exit dashboard. Okay, let's go back to the pages. So we have the contact page now that it has the flag here, and we're going to click the plus icon in the contact page. Hopefully you have understand how this works. And now, since it says here the Greek one, I'm going to add the language for the Greek one, which is Epikinonia. I'm going to publish that, and of course I'm going to change the URL. Publish, update that, and then edit with Elementor. Now, if for some reason Elementor is not working for you and it's not getting the content of the page ready, you will have to do one of those two solutions that I will offer you. The first one is, as I did with the Gutenberg, you're going to go and install something to duplicate the page. So you can assign then that this page is the Greek version of the home page or the contact page, and then once it's done, you can just go and translate the page. The other one is go into the plugins, go in here, and you're going to install another plugin. Let's go and type Polylang. This plugin, I will not install it because it doesn't have any settings. As you can see, Polylang connect for Elementor, language switcher, and template tweaks. You can install that, activate it, and hopefully it will go and change any settings. This basically just goes and enable the general settings inside here, languages settings, and just go and enables the custom post type settings and enables this. It's not something that I have used because I don't want to do anything with that plugin, but if for some reason Elementor doesn't work, you can just add that plugin and try again. Now let's go here. I have already saved that, so let's go now to the menus. Let's go appearances, let's go menus, and I'm going to pause now the video to create those two menus. So I have set the English version to be the primary English, and I have also create another menu for the main GR and set that as a primary Greek, and then add the pages and the language switcher, of course, to both menus. So after that, we're going into the templates of the Elementor. We're going to open the theme builder, and now we're going to go to the header, and I'm going to click here the plus icon. I'm going to open that in a new tab, and here is the main GR, or sorry, header GR, not main, header GR. Of course, if you know that you are going to create a website that has translation, I would suggest that you have the pages, the name of the templates with the ENG for the English and etc. So this is header GR, and now I'm going to edit that with the Elementor. And now I can go and maybe change the logo. And as you can see here, it has already grabbed the menu, but I'm going just to be sure and click here and select main GR. And this is why I select always to add those GR and everything else. And let's update that. Now, here it doesn't display the main GR, but I think in the front end will work just fine. Let's go and select main ENG. Okay, and then main GR again. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't change here. Let's update that. But I think in the front end it will work fine. Let's go into the front end now. Let's refresh the page. Sorry, this is the front end. Let's go and refresh the page. And here we have the English version. Okay, let's go and hit the Greek version. Now, as you can see, it's working fine. It says αρχική και επικοινωνία. Once I click Epikinonia, I will get the Greek version that has the contact, and if I click here, I will get the English version of the contact. It's working fine, and you will also have to do and create the footer and also everything else. If you are using the free Elementor, you don't have to go into the theme builder because you don't have any, and you will have to translate the customizer as I have showed in the Gutenberg version. So this was everything with Elementor. So this is Brizy. Let's go into the language and we'll see that we have the English version and the Greek version. And let's go into the settings, and we're going to see that because this is the Pro version cannot work at this moment with Polylang. Hopefully they will bring something here and we can fix that. But if I go into the custom post types and taxonomies and click settings, I will not see anything for the templates of Brizy right here. I have the products for the WooCommerce, I have the taxonomies for the products, but I don't have here anything to translate the templates from Brizy. Also, the header and the footer here, since it's a Brizy Pro, are created with the Brizy, and I will not be able to translate that. If you're using the Brizy free version, then you have a theme here, and you can translate the theme as I have showed in the Gutenberg first part, and then you can go and translate the pages as we're going to do right now. Of course, since this is working without any problems in the pages, it's very easy. You just go into the pages. Here it says home. I'm going to click here that says the plus icon in home, and I will do everything that I have already done in all of those previous builders. So let's go for Archikey. I'm going to publish that twice. Then I'm going to change the permalink. I'm going to update again. I'm going to continue edit with Brizy. And now, as you can see, shortly it will grab everything. Here I have the shop button and I have the contact button. For some reason I don't have the background. No, it just took a moment to load. Okay, so now I can go to offers and I can change that. Okay, κατάστημα. Επικοινωνία. Of course, you have to change the URLs also where the buttons are going. And let's update that. Now, I cannot do anything for the menu right now. If you want to do something, you have to add everything by hand. So since I have created that in the Pro version, I have to go here, I have to go and click in the menu, and I have to go and select the Greek version, which I haven't created yet, but I will. And then I have to go and change that I want that type of menu. I will have to do that for all those pages that I will create in the home, for the Greek version. So I will create a menu and I will add that as a global section to have it handful, to have it for a quick add-on, and then I will do that for the footer also. So let's go into the menu. Let's go into the appearance menus, and pretty quick I'm going to add here ENG. I'm going to save that. ENG, I'm going to check primary English, which is already checked. Okay, save that. I'm going to add the language switcher right here. I'm going to just check to be the flags right here. Okay, save that, and then going to create a new menu that it says main GR. I will enable here primary Greek. Okay, save, create menu. Going to the pages, I'm going to add the home. I will only add the home. And then languages, I'm going to add the language switcher, and I'm going to enable here the flags. Okay, save that. And let's go back to the page. I'm going to the home page. I'm going to refresh that. So I will have now the version of the menu that I want. So let's go here. Let's go and change the make it global. And now I can change anything. I can go here. I can go into the settings and I can change, not the settings, sorry, I want to change the menu. Here is the menu. I think somewhere, yeah, here. So I'm going here to click main GR. Okay, and now I can change the logo if I want, and now I can go here and select to save it into my favorites, and I will name it like no, I don't want to sign up, skip. Okay, so I'm saving it, and now I have the header to be added whenever I create the Greek version. Also, if I want, I can also do the same for the footer, and basically you want to do that, and then uncheck it from make it global and create something and save it in your library. But since we're using the Pro version and we have here into the Brizy templates, we have something for the shop page and something for the single product page. This is something that I cannot add a translation directly. So I'll have to manually create 2 other templates and then go everywhere that I have the shop URL and change that. It's not something that I would suggest you to do. If you have the Pro version, it's not yet ready to connect with Polylang. But if you cannot afford to buy the WPML, which is working, then you will do the work yourself. So this is with the Brizy. And now we are in Oxygen. Now Oxygen is working fine. We don't have any problems with Oxygen, as I have done it many times. So let's go into the pages. We're going to see that we have the 2 languages right here, as you can see. I will have to go into the languages and then settings first. And if I go now to Oxygen and templates, I will see that I don't have anything inside the templates right here. So in the settings, I'm going to custom post types and I'm going to click the templates here. I'm going to save changes. And now if I go now to templates again and refresh the page, I will see now that I have these flags here. I would just have to open those templates, edit and edit the main page and all of those, and I will just have to go and update that, and update the third one also. If I go now to templates, hopefully it will work. Instead, if I have a problem with the hosting company, I will have to do that again. Let's see. Okay, and as you can see, everything is as it's supposed to be. So we're going first to create a page, then we're going to create the menu, and then we're going to translate the main template. So let's go first to the pages. Let's go to all pages here into the home page, and we're going to click the plus icon. Okay, I'm going to close that. I'm going to type here Archiki. This is the translation of the home page. Let's publish that. Okay, let's close that. As we can see, this is the Greek version. And let's go to permalinks. Let's change the URL. Update that. And now we can edit that with the Oxygen. Okay, we're waiting. And this is the last builder that I'm creating. So if you have, I don't know, Beaver Builder or Divi or something else, then you can see if it's working. If it's not, then just go and install the duplicate plugin, duplicate the pages, and then assign them to be the translation of the page that you want, and then go and just change the text, the content. So offers, let's go for προσφορά. The shop will be κατάστημα, and the contact will be επικοινωνία. Again, remember to change also the URL of those pages, of those buttons. Now let's go into the pages again. Let's go into the appearance and then the menu. Appearances, menus. And we're going to change that to ENG. ENG. I'm going to set, let's save that. Now here I don't have a display location because I don't have a theme installed because Oxygen disables the theme, so this is why I don't have a display location here. It doesn't matter. Let's go and add something like a language switcher at the end. Let's go and just display the flags, save the menu, and then create a new menu. And then we're going to name it main.gr. This is the one, create the menu. I'm going to add here the home page, the Greek version of the home page, and of course the language switcher. Okay, and in the language switcher I'm going to have them displayed as a flag. Let's save that. Okay, and then we're going to the Oxygen template here, and I'm going to click the plus icon. It will open up in a new page, and I'm going to name that main.gr. Here I will not inherit anything from the design, so I will not click here main. I will leave it as it is, and here it will say catch all. I will leave it as this. I want to catch all, and here I want to have Greek. So I'm going to hit publish. I'm going to edit that with Oxygen. And I think automatically the page that I have created with the Greek language selected, which is the one here. If I click now this one, I will see that it will have the Greek template active. Let's go and see if it has it automatically. As you can see here, it says default main.gr, so I don't have to go inside all the pages and change that. This is something that I did like when I saw it. I wouldn't have to go and change this, so it will grab the main template, the main Greek template. So let's go back to the page. Sorry, this is the, where's the template? This is the template. Okay, we're previewing home. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to change the main eng with the main.gr. Okay, and of course, if you are using Oxygen, now you know that you can go into the main eng, create something for a class, copy all those settings from the ID to the class, and then have the same class for the main menu, for the Greek menu, so you will have all the settings applied here also. So let's save that. Here, save. And let's change also the logo just to have something to play with. Let's go into the browse. And let's say that we want to change also the logo with something like this one. Let's select that image. Okay, I'm not seeing any changes. Let's browse again. I'm going to select something else. Okay, let's save that. And now we're going back to the home page. I'm going to refresh that. And now I can see that the English version has those flags, and I'm going to click here, that's a Greek flag, and have the Greek version, as you can see, and the Greek template with the default logo. So this is how you create all the translation of the pages with builders. Now, what you do if you have a plugin that has some words inside, has text inside that you cannot edit with any builder. This is where you have to install another plugin called Loco Translation. Loco. Let's go into the plugins. Let's go to Add New, and let's go for the WooCommerce. Let's go first and install the plugin. Let's go for Loco. I'm going to install that now. Now, I'm in Greek version, and if I go to see this one, sorry, not here. Let's go here. See this one. Okay, here it's not working correctly because I haven't translated all those settings, but I'm thinking of if I can do another plugin. Let's see. Now I don't have the WooCommerce enabled here to show you, but First of all, when you install another language here, it will also grab into settings general, it will also grab the language here. So if I go here into site language, you will see now that I have those two languages enabled here, English United States and English and Greek. And I have two languages here because I have selected for the default language to be English United States, but then add the language, the Polylang, and select the language UK. So you should have only two languages here. Once you have those, you can go into the dashboard and updates and then download the new versions, not the new version, the translation of the plugins that you have. So here it will say under the themes, it will say translation, and you can add there the translation of the plugin if it has a translation. If it doesn't have a translation, then you have to go install the plugin Loco, and then let's go into the plugins. We'll see that we have the Loco. Okay, so let's go to Loco Translate, and then we're going to plugins. The same is for the themes. If you have a theme like Astra or Cadence and have a blog that says read more, the read more, I think it's not translatable. I think it will say into the Greek language read more and not περισσότερα. So you will have to go and translate that particular word. So how to do that? You're going to the themes instead of the plugins that I have set here, and you're going to translate everything that you want. Inside the plugins here that I can see all the plugins that I have here. So I'm going for the WooCommerce. And here I will see that I have the translation of the Greek page and the Greek language and the English language. This is because the WooCommerce is already translated into the Greek language. If it wasn't, I will not see here any language, and I will have to go and add it. The way you add here the language that you want is click here that says new language. Then you will select the language that you want to create. So basically this would be the Greek language. Then I would choose a location for the PO file to be saved. The PO and the PO and MIO files are the files that are responsible for the translation. And here I would suggest you to select the system. Okay, in most cases the system will work. If it doesn't work for any case and you create the MO file, the PO file, then you go into the plugin and start translating, but see in the front end that it will not grab the translation, then maybe it doesn't work and you will have to change the location here. But in most cases you will want to go for system. And once it's in the system, it means that it will go inside the folder WP plugins and then languages and then plugins and then WooCommerce. Sorry, WP content and then languages and then plugins and then WooCommerce. So that means that even if you update the plugin or a theme, it will not delete everything that you have. If you select the author, so if I go and select it to be inside the plugins, WooCommerce and then languages, if the plugin is updated, it has a chance that it will delete all the translation that I have. So remember to take backups before the updates in order to keep the translation that you have. And if it's just deleted, you can just replace the WooCommerce LPO in this case with the version that I had before with my translation and have them translated again as I want. So let's say that we want everything to be correct here, and we're going to hit start translating. This will create the PO file inside the Greek language here, and it will show us, let's go into the plugins again, because this is already created. Let's go into WooCommerce, and once I create start translating, it's like I would hit here in Greek, and I will get something like this. So this is two column, this is the source text and this is the translation, and if you click somewhere like here, you will get here the source text and this is the translation. So here you can change the translation. Now remember that if you're going to translate something and you have something like this is percentage and S in quotas, you will not change that. This is a dynamic character and it will grab something and replace it in the front end with something as a text, like a name or like something like a category or something else. So do not change that. Go and translate everything else. Do not change those characters. As you can see here are percentage S again. Maybe you will see a dollar sign. Maybe you will see something like order number, as you can see here, or site title. Here you will not change those, order number and site title. You will just go and translate these, as you can see. Of course, if something is not translated, here you will not have the translation, and here this will be empty. So what you are going to do with that, you're going, let's go and delete that. We're going to grab this, copy, paste it here, and just go and translate those text. Once you're okay, let's go and click save, and then go in the front end and see if it's translated. Just do a refresh. If it's translated, then you can continue and translate anything. As you proceed, you will see that the percentage of this will be updated. So here it says 99.9, so something is not translated. Let's go and have those in order, and as you can see, the new order is not translated, maybe because I deleted that. So let's go and put that. Okay, and I'm going to save that. And I don't have anything else, I think, here. Okay, so the last thing is the contacts. If you have a contact form, let's say that we have a contact form inside the page, then you have to go and create another contact form and translate every field that it has. It's not important to show you how you can create another form. Basically, I think you can do that if you have created a contact form with the plugin that you already have. So basically create another contact form, translate it to the language that you want, and then go and add the shortcode in the Greek or whichever version we have for the page. And I think with that we include and we finish the 1 hour and quarter video. Hopefully I have covered everything and you will not have any questions, but if you do, please add them in the content below, in the description below, and I will be sure to help everywhere I can. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.